watched any of Mark's charity live stream that he just did?
I did not, because he started it. I was like, oh, I have to leave at work for like 15 minutes. Mark just went live with the charity. I was like, oh, okay. And, then I was driving to work and then at work and then driving home, and it was 10 years later.
Yeah, I've watched 30 seconds of it.
Sounds about right.
I'm just like, but I did, before this, I saw Mark put up a video of him basically repenting for all the broken promises. You watch that? With the ice bucket?
No.
Is him sitting in a bathtub and Tyler dumping it in an ice bucket. Like,
this is
icy
recent?
water. Yeah, they just put it up.
Oh, okay.
Because Mark has made promises. And they even brought it up, which I'm so glad. Like, so, you promised that after Tyler's knee healed, that Mark, Tyler, and Ethan would do a pole dancing video.
And they're
didn't. Like, and you didn't. And then, as a slap in the face, you went and did one with Jack to support your new brand. And Mark was just like, well, in my defense, I bought some poles, but my living room ceilings were too tall. They're like, all of the other videos you did were at a dance studio. Why can't we?
You are rich as fuck. You can buy pole extensions. Get a fireman's pole. Like, you are richer. You're like the second richest YouTuber speaking English.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's richer YouTubers in like Dubai.
I should hope.
Because one of them like half-assed came on to fill and everything.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure the Dubai YouTubers have hella money.
Oh yeah. And so they're just like, that is not a good excuse. And so they don't do it.
It's not a good excuse.
Because all the other videos, you went to a dance studio.
Yeah.
That's made for that. It's like, and you've even said, okay, well, since we're filming this video right now, next week we will do that video, and it never happened.
Yeah. That is the lamest excuse. You did in a dance studio with Jack.
Yes!
You could have had Tyler there too.
Yes!
So unless they've had a friendship breakup.
Which they haven't!
Then that's unacceptable. It's an unacceptable excuse.
I know.
Unacceptable excuse.
Exactly. But yeah, that was just one of the many things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they let the audience, because it was live chat, they let the audience decide whether or not it was a good excuse or not for all these different things. And if they donated $100 or more, then he would just get a dunk anyway.
So is he constantly getting dunked?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
As it should be. All is right with the world.
You need to watch. I'm going to go watch it again when we're done.
I'll watch it after we're done. I was like,
well, if you are, then I'm going to watch it on
I mean, we can watch it on my TV after we're done. Since you don't have a TV of your own or anything. But
yeah. No, but if you're going to watch it, I'll just stay here.
Yeah, we can go ahead and watch it. How long is it?
Because it's snowing outside and I don't want to go out there yet.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I got in my car to go get Starbucks, it's like, we're just going to start snowing.
Yeah.
I have to roll my window down, and my window does not go back up correctly by itself. And I'm not going to get out of my car to go into the building.
Yeah. Or get out of your car in the Starbucks, drive through to roll your window up.
Yes. It's just like, I want Phil's sweater with the purple lines.
Oh, it's such a good sweater.
I want that so much.
I haven't seen, I'll have to see if one of the Twitter that I follow that tweets the clothes they wear.
I want it so much.
Tweeted it out or anything. They didn't tweet out that I saw the Festive AF sweater. I had to go buy it myself. I had to go Google search, go through all of the fucking Pinterest links that didn't actually link to anything.
Wow.
Until I found a brand name, then Google the brand name and not find it. And then finally what I do is Googled the brand name, still could not find it. It wasn't on the website, but it was also linked to this other brand name. And I was like, this is finally the website, because it also had the sweater, which I assume they know about this specific website, because Phil also had a sweater where it's the Star Wars people singing in Carol.
Oh, yeah.
That sweater was on there too.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, so they just found this website and bought half the shit, which is how I found the Festive AF sweater. And then the website, it's the London Knitwear Company, has no sizing info on this website. At all. No sizing info. Now it's it's unisex slim. And I'm like, unisex slim. Dan is slim.
Yeah.
He is literally a pole on giraffe legs. I'm like, so is this the medium that normally I get in his clothing? His brand, if I get a medium, it's correct. And it's perfect size for me. I'm like, is this actually a medium or did he get a large because it's slim and it's like too slim?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Because there's no freaking sizing info on this website at all. And Google, like, does nothing for me.
And you're like, what's the return policy if it's the wrong size? Because there is no info.
Shipping from the UK. So after, I paid like $45 for this sweater. Because after, this like...
Or the one you bought?
No, this is Dan and Phil's sweater.
I know, I was wondering.
I probably ended up paying $45 for this with, like, the shipping. But, like, I wanted it. I have the money. Because at least I have money. I don't have sanity left, thanks to work, but I have money.
Yes.
So I'm like, after the exchange, like the money, the currency exchange, and then the shipping, I was like, but like, I was like, I'm going to get a large. Because then it might be like too big. I guarantee it won't be as big as Dan's Eclipse sweater, which ended up being like the size of a whale, even though it's a medium. And they're like, it runs a little bit large. And I'm like, does it really? Because this is like 2X for a medium. This is like, it's,
I haven't seen this.
It's bigger. I'll get it. And I'm not going to get up right now because the cat's on me. But I'll get it at some point.
So it can fit you and like 3 cats in it.
Me and 2 cats. And a watermelon. Like it is so big. And I'm like, I literally got a medium because they're like, it runs big. And I'm like, okay. They're like, this is too big. It runs like 2 sizes big.
Wow. I wonder if it was just a fluke that you thought that it was like...
No, it said on Dan's website that that specific one runs a size big. Which is fine. But I didn't realize how big.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jesus Christ. So I could, like, have my t-shirt, have this Dan and Phil sweater, the knit sweater, the ugly Christmas sweater, and it's so hideous.
Mm-hmm. I
love it so much. It's so hideous. And then put that on top of it, and it would be fine.
Wow.
So if it's ever really, really cold, you know what I'm doing. I'm gonna, like, walk outside and be like, I can't move my arms, but damn, I'm warm. Like, I'm so warm. And then I dropped a fat wad when they released, like, all the shops together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a fat wad. I got one of the bracelets that Dan didn't realize would sell out, like, super fast. Like, within, like, 2 hours, it was sold out.
Oh, wow.
He was like, you all really liked it. It's already sold out. I'm trying to get another shipment. It's like, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think he realized how much people would be excited about him doing that kind of stuff that's like closer to his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's like realizing he's like, oh shit. People like it when I'm sincere. Oh my gosh. But yeah. So now I'm waiting on that. I think I finally got the alert that it was shipped. What else did I get?
Mm-hmm.
What else did I get? Oh, and when I went and got the lanyard for the teenager, I went and I got the Eclipse shirt too. Because I assumed that they got another shipment of mediums if they're going to put them up on the website like that. So I ordered a medium because that's what I want.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time it was only like small and large. And though the Twitter, Dan and Phil Shop Twitter said they weren't going to get more mediums in.
I was rewatching the interactive introverts. I'm just like, oh, I miss them. And it's like, if this is how I feel, I know that Phoebe is just going to be losing her mind.
I watched it again because like you were watching it, and I was like, so you were prepared for me to talk about it. And I was like, well, I need to refresh again because I've only like seen it once before because I haven't had time.
Sure.
And so I like went and watched it again, and I'm just like, I'm fine. And I was fine. I was like, this is fine. Everything's good. And then here comes the piano.
Yeah. When it took you a while to respond, and I was like, do you want Starbucks? And it's like a long pause. I'm like, I know what she's doing. And then after I'd already left Starbucks, then I get the reply, no, sorry, distracted by Dan piano.
I was like, oh, they're playing the piano. And then like the what is it? The dollar gun or whatever for the fake Phil bills.
Ugh.
That, like got shot into the audience. And I'm just like...
So that was their last show? Or like second to last or something? Because usually they record on like the last show.
One or two after that.
Oh, okay.
But that was the one that was like, they were in the venue to record.
Yeah.
And then they just did the video release in Brazil, where they did like the live Q&A. And that was really cute. That Dan live streamed on his Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Because I was getting ready for work.
Yeah.
Always when somebody is streaming I actually want to watch, when something important like that, I'm at work getting ready to go to work, or I'm sleeping, so I didn't get the notification.
Yeah. Who tweeted me? Oh, the actress that's playing Captain Marvel.
I saw that tweet. Push the Jeep up the
She
hill.
like push the Jeep up a hill, and I'm like,
I love her so much.
God. Between that and her like altering all the like posters from Iron Man and Captain America, and they're like, you don't smile, and she's like, okay, so she put it on like Instagram. She like used the like smile filter on Instagram to make them smile and look like really freaking creepy.
That's great.
She's like, there. I'm like, oh, okay, so you know what's up here.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love her.
It's like, listen, idiots. I can't wait for the next tour that will probably like start 2020, because next year they're gonna sit at home for a couple months and then be like, you know, when we went and saw all our fans, that was such a nice time, and we've completely forgotten how we didn't sleep for a year. So we should go do it again, because that's what they did with Tatnov.
Yeah, it's like the houseplants are too healthy. We need to leave.
They all seem really healthy. They're watered. They're vibrant. We need to fuck off for another 6 months.
I know.
And not hire anyone to water the plants.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Especially since Martin was like along the way, so we couldn't go and water them.
We need to have like no one water the plants.
Oh, it's so great.
We really want to hear about how we should get a dog for another 2 years.
Yes.
But not get a dog because we're like literally like traveling the world. That's what we need to do.
Although I could see them having like a little dog in the bag and they'll just carry it with them.
Right. But they wouldn't. That's a lot of like...
That's a lot of responsibility.
That's responsibility, and a lot of... Your dog can't come into the country because it has to be in quarantine for so long.
Yes.
And it's like, that's extra that I wouldn't put past them doing that. But also, like, that's a lot of extra work that I'm sure they don't want to have to do on top of 10 million other things. And
a lot of worrying on whether or not somebody's going to try and steal the dog. Because it's Dan and Phil's dog.
The dog would end up being, like, Mark's lucky flannel.
Yes!
The dog would just disappear.
Yes.
And then Phil would, like, spend the next 3 shows just crying on stage and doing nothing else while Dan tries to keep it together. Trying to, like, keep the show together while Phil is just in the corner upset.
That would be...
Dan's screaming about how angry he is while Phil cries.
Yes.
The Dan and Phil Tour number 3, 2020.
And then the entire audience at every venue would just, like, go and track down that person that stole the dog.
Be suspicious, like, fandom FBI would find the dog.
Yes. And
you would not find the person that stole the dog, but they would find the dog.
20,000 people show up and surround this person and be like, give us the dog.
Give us the dog.
Give us the dog. I'd be in that group.
Well, yeah, I'd be like, let's go. I need to take 2 weeks off from work. I have to go find these British YouTubers' dog.
Yes.
It was stolen. It's very traumatic.
A part of my family has disappeared, and I need to go find them.
Yes.
We need to go find Foofy.
I need to take bereavement leave.
Yes.
To go find these moderately not really famous people's dogs.
Yes.
These people that are pseudo-famous in one corner of the internet, their dog.
I was like, you mentioned something about, like, you know, the list of famous people, like, you'd be able to sleep with or something. Like, it's like your top 10 list.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, it depends on how famous we're talking, is, like, who's on my list.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Tyler's at the top of that list.
Well, yeah, Tyler is, like, I mean, I guess he's even on my list. And I'm like, you're more of a fan. So I'll be like, you know what? That's fine. Like, my list consists of Chris Evans.
Yeah.
And no one else is good enough. Even Robert Downey Jr. is not good enough. And also, like, that would be weird.
Oh, mine is, like, Emma Watson, Kat Dennings, RDJ, Chris Evans.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
I was, like, thinking, like, dudes.
The lady that plays Michonne, also, like, the main bodyguard lady in Black Panther. I forget her name.
Yeah.
I forget her name. I'm so bad with names.
Like, my Avengers and, like, my Marvel knowledge has been eclipsed by by Dan and Phil. So, like, all that's, like, slowly draining away.
Yes. But, like, her? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know.
Now I'm just thinking, like, who would be on my list.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of uncomfortable, because I would have to, like, think a lot.
Oh, yeah. I need to go. It's like, I need to revise my list.
At the very top, it'd be Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to put Dan or Phil, because that's, like, really uncomfortable. They're fine if they're over there, and I'm just looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't.
See, I can put Tyler on my list, because I know I'm never even going to meet him.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
You're probably
because he's too pure for this world.
You're going to end up meeting Tyler before I meet, like, Dan and Phil.
I doubt it.
Just because my life works that way.
Who knows, Dan and Phil could show up at Panera.
I was honestly, okay, while they were in, like, the tri-state area.
I know. Constantly on alert.
I was on alert. I was at, like, 110% on alert every time I saw someone come in that door. I was like, anytime I saw something moderately large, like, go by the road in front of the Panera, I was like, no, that's a semi-truck. That's not a bus. I'm like a bus, like, drove by, and I was like, I know it's not theirs because it's a tour bus. Like, it has all the windows and everything. And went to, like, because we're, like, in between, like, 3 hotels.
Yeah.
So, like, I was at, like, cranked up to 11 for, like, a solid, like, week and a half. Even after, like, they were out of Louisville, and I knew they were headed, like, down to, like, Nashville. I was still for, like, a day and a half. Just, like...
just in case.
Just in case. Because we had that, the guy that was
from Shape of Water.
That played the evil guy on Shape of Water. He rolled into my Panera and, like, freaked out all the associates, and I didn't know who the hell he was. Until everyone was like, and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? They're like, Michael...
I forget his name.
Shannon?
Yes.
Michael Shannon?
I think so.
Anyway, he rolled in and, like one of the, like, the small 20-somethings, like, wasn't even at work, and someone texted her, so she rolled in and, like, got his signature in the parking lot and, like, came in and, like, started crying, and, like, she's like, I just love him so much. She was like, I didn't want to go up to him because I didn't want to bother him, but also, like, I wanted a picture. And so she got a picture, and she was like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
So it doesn't matter who it is. I would still not go up to that person and be like, can I have a picture or an autograph? Because I will not.
She's like, I didn't want to bother him while he was in the cafe because it looked like he was, like, having dinner with his mom and, like, this other dude. And, like, she's like, so I didn't want to bother him. So, like, everyone was, like, peeking around. Like, he's still sitting out there. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake.
At least they had enough common sense to not go out there and bother him.
Oh, one of them did.
Oh.
And he was, like, super nice.
But
she got, like, signatures for, like, 3 people. She, like, came up and she, like, went up there and she's like, hey, so can I have a signature on, like, this Panera napkin? And so, like, he was like, oh, yeah, sure. Like, so he was, like, super nice. She's like, he was so nice. But I was like, you know, guys, this is, like, ridiculous. Like, leave him alone. Also, like, if this was Chris Evans, I would be in the back, in the freezer, like, my tears freezing to my face. And, like, I would just, like, be the creeper and, like, feel ashamed, but then I wouldn't be able to stop myself. I was like, so, like, I understand.
Yeah.
Also, leave him the fuck alone.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, the older I get, the more I'm going to end up being that person, but just with specific people.
Mm-hmm.
If I saw Tyler in the street, I'd be like, can I get just, like, a picture of you? Not with me.
Yeah.
Just for my sister.
Just of you.
Can I, like, call my sister real quick and you can just say hi so she can, like, shit herself? You'd be like, hello, like, sleeping, hello, and you'd be like, hi, Tyler, and, you know, hi, Autumn, it's Tyler, and be like, like, instantly awake and never sleep again.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And it would be really funny just for me. Be really funny just for me.
And it would just be dead silent, except, like, I don't know if this is a joke.
It's like, and, like, you're still
It'd
asleep.
It'd be a very
like,
cruel joke.
What?
It's like,
that
I will never talk to you again if this is a joke.
That would be really funny. So that would happen if I ever, like, was in LA and managed to, like,
track down
Tyler sitting inside
somehow, like,
Mark's multi-million-dollar house, probably.
Yeah. And I think about it, it's like, you know, Mark and the gang, like Tyler, Bob, and Wade, they're from Ohio. How many times have we been to Ohio? And it's like, I didn't know this information growing up.
Could we have possibly seen them?
For all I know, I could have passed them on the street.
When we were 10, and we didn't know.
Like 2.5, passed them on the street.
That's why you love them so much now. You remember Just seeing them on the street as you walk by.
I don't know it.
In the back of your mind, you're like, this face is familiar.
Hey, you never know.
I bet the congregations in Ohio have knocked on their door at one point.
Oh, God. Can you even imagine?
That would be so funny if, like, someone knocked on, like, a door of one of their relatives and they were at home and they answered the door, like, hi, would you like to hear about our fucked up Bible?
Can you imagine if it was a kid was with them?
Like,
and it's just like Mark opened the door and like his mom's house and the kid just faints and like, will you sign my Bible?
Please sign my Bible. Please sign my cult propaganda.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, let's leave. Like, they're not interested. Like, will you sign this?
That would be the funniest damn thing. And if Mark
have
was
like a framed track on the wall,
if
like they signed it.
If Mark was like a daily vlogger, it'd be like, yeah, these people like knocked on my mother's door and like, or like my aunt's door, because I don't know where the hell his mother lives, like knocked on their door and like I answered the door and the child fainted and the other one like started crying and like I signed a Bible. Like, I was, okay, sure. That would be funny.
Mark would get a kick out of that.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. Be like, yeah, I signed a Bible. I'm Jesus now. Get over it.
Oh.
Like, you ain't wrong, bro.
Why is Google gray? Why is Google gray?
Why is Google gray?
Why is Google gray? Oh, it's National Day of Mourning for President George Bush.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, yeah,
why is Google gray?
Oh, yeah, because, like, now I guess the mail is, like, not running today, too, because we can't have, like, a national holiday so everyone can vote, but we can, like, an old dead guy that used to be president.
Yeah, an old dead white guy. That, I don't care about.
I literally could not give less of a shit.
George H.W. Bush. I don't even know which one that one is.
It's the last Bush's dad.
Okay, so
the one that
first one.
It was the Bush that gave birth to the one that got us into the war with everyone in the Middle East.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because Daddy was in a war and he's like needs to be in a war too, so he can like be like Daddy. Basically, another president with daddy issues. Yeah. His dad died.
Well, maybe the next Bush will just go ahead and die too, so we won't have to deal with that either.
If George W. Bush can die too, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Politics on #fandom today. I'm not cutting this out. Fucking I don't care. Right? Oh my god. So, like, Phil uploaded a YouTube video. Not YouTube. He, like, I got an alert on my phone that said Phil has, posted a video on his Tumblr, and I lost my shit for, like, half a second as my life flashed before my eyes. Because it's pin-off season.
Oh.
They've got the pin-off.
Oh, yeah.
They posted for the pin-off questions. People have been sending pin-off questions. It's, like, God knows how many that they've had to, like, scroll through, I'm sure.
Oh,
like, a couple hours afterwards, it was already up to, like, 87,000, like, tweets with pin-off. Anyway, pin-off 10 is happening. If it can happen either today or tomorrow when I'm off work, that would be awesome. That way I can lose my shit privately before I have to go to work, because if it happens when I'm at work...
I'm going to go out to your car.
I'm going to go out to my car and lose my shit. Probably in, like, the middle of lunch, because they hate me. So, like, I swear to God, Kat. So, like, they need to, like, today or tomorrow. They've got plenty of questions. I know, like...
They just have to sort through all the...
They just have to get this shit sorted and get this uploaded. And now everyone is just, like, like, screaming, like, it's happening!
I was wondering when it was going to happen.
They've got the questions. They've got the stuff. They're probably recording. Don't know what they're doing. But anyway, like, I lost my shit for a second and realized he just reblogged, like, a video of dogs. And I'm like, okay, because I was like, I only see the one notification. I was like, there's no other notifications? There'd be all the notifications that I, like, log into Tumblr, and I'm like, it's just he reblogged a video of dogs. I'm like, okay. But, like, my life flashed before my eyes for, like, 2 seconds.
Like something in a TV show where it's like, you know, quickly fall on the couch, like, you have your laptop, you have popcorn, you have your drinks, you have your blanket over your head, you're hugging a plushie, and it's like,
False alarm. False alarm.
Just like,
damn it. Yeah.
It's like 10th time today.
It's like I had, like, my bowl of ice cream, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, it's not happening. Okay.
Throw the tissues in the side of the room just because you don't need them yet.
Yeah. Cat goes flying, tissues go flying, like, phones cross the room.
And Dan wore his earring in the video, in the recording of Introverts.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
People were talking about how, like, Louise and one of her mom friends that also does, like, videos, daily vlogs or whatever, were talking about how they went to Interactive Introverts. Did you see anything about that?
I saw the video, and then...
Did you, like, see it, or did you actually watch it? Or
I saw her video where Dan and Phil also show up later on and, like, play with the baby.
No, this is, like, recently.
Okay, then no.
So, like, within the past, like, week or so.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, her and one of her mom friends were talking about how, like, the mom friend, like, saw Dan and, like, her breath left her because she was so attractive. So, she was like, yeah, it was like, Louise took me to see Interactive Introverts, and, like, I saw Dan and I was like, she's like, he's really attractive. And Louise is like, right?
I know.
She's like, he's my platonic friend, but, like, he could get it.
Yeah.
And she was like, Dan was just so attractive. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, same. I feel that.
They both are, though.
They really are.
They're at different levels.
Different levels.
But just,
they're solid.
yes.
I'm glad they have each other so they, like, don't inflict themselves on other people.
Yeah. They were
Because,
literally made for each other.
They really were. Can you imagine? Someone did an edit on Tumblr, way back when, of, like, they, like, shortened Dan's legs by, like, half. Like, look how weird it would be if Dan was shorter than Phil.
Oh, God!
They're literally, like, made for each other because they're the same height. Can you imagine if one was significantly shorter than the other? How awkward that would be. It would be so weird, right? It's like they're the same height.
I can't
they're right there.
imagine that.
Because if they weren't the same height, it would be so weird. And it looks so awkward. I was like, I'm physically uncomfortable by this image.
Then people would really think that Dan was Phil's kid.
Right? I'm 27. Sir, you are 4 feet tall. I promise I'm 27.
Maybe 17.
Well, then they'd be able to just pack Dan in a suitcase.
I know.
And that would be fine. Dan would be like, that's fine. I'm just, like, traveling in a suitcase. We only have to pay for 1 ticket. And the baggage fee is fine.
And he could just sleep the whole time. I think he'd be fine with that.
He'd be like, you know what? It's fine.
Make sure
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Make sure it has to be like one of those suitcases where you can, like, plug your phone in to charge it.
Yeah.
And he'd be fine.
He'd be, like, just, like, curled up, like, on his phone. Playing Battle Cats for, like, the 6-hour flight.
Yes.
I'm glad they're still using Instagram.
Yes. Well, see, now they're used to using it, so.
Yes. I'm glad that they've, like, continued and hasn't, like, slowly just died because they've lost interest. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna, like, lose interest at some point. Ooh, Pillowfort got mentioned in, like, an article about Tumblr shitting itself. Because you know all about the, like, Tumblr is, like...
It's so stupid.
It is so stupid, and it's,
they're
like...
They're killing themselves.
They're literally killing themselves, and they're, like, flagging stuff that is absolutely nothing. They're, like, nothing.
Yeah. There are so many Tumblrs that I follow with pretty art. They're just like, yeah, so my Tumblr's gone. I finally just got it back.
Yeah.
But...
There's a glitch or something as they're going through also people's drafts that they haven't posted at all that no one has seen except themselves. And they're flagging those that haven't even been posted. So people with, like, hella drafts that, like, they weren't ever going to post because it was, like, tea on, like, bad shenanigans happening.
Yeah.
If they flag it, and then there was some glitch where, like, it flagged, but you can get it unflagged, but then it shows up on your feed for everyone to see. And I'm like, I don't have any of that because I'm not really, like, involved in any, like, I just reblog shit that's pretty.
Yeah.
In Dan and Phil. So, like I said, I reblog shit that's pretty. And, like, I have, like, the side blog where it's just, like,
oh, yeah.
Dan
Everybody
being,
has
like,
a side
soft,
blog.
like, soft Dan side blog.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Which, like, only, like, 3 people follow. But that's all I've got. I don't, like, have a lot of, like, stuff. But I'm kind of, like, trying to imagine in the heyday of me, like, using Twitter, if I had, like, a drafts folder on Twitter that, like, where I put stuff and it got made public. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But I don't have it on Twitter. I had, like, an email I sent to myself being like, this is why you blocked this person because they did this and this and they said this thing.
Yeah.
So you're reminding me, like, why I blocked them instead. I'm like, why did I block this person? I don't remember. Why did I unfollow this person? Oh, they said that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, but there's a few Tumblr to follow where it's like they're also like their Twitter and something else following. They're like, yeah, so my Tumblr's gone and I'm not gonna bother getting it back.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's a lot of work that I don't have the time to do. And then what's the point? Because they're just gonna take it down again.
Yeah, and that's really sad.
Yeah. But then some of these where they make their money from, you know, because that's everything. It gets seen on Tumblr, it gets reblogged, and it gets spread around, and then it's like, okay, now here's my shop.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone.
Yeah. I'm glad Pillowfort got mentioned.
Yes.
Pillowfort's been down for like 2 days while they like resituated themselves or something.
Yeah, because some security things it's like, we're fixing this.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they were like, yes, let's fix it. It came down at a really inopportune time, but it's back up now. So,
yeah.
And people are like, I don't understand how to use Pillowfort. It's literally just like Tumblr. You reblog shit like Tumblr. The only difference is like there's nested comments. So you can respond to one specific person instead of the post overall.
Which I like.
That's the only difference because it's the bastardization of LiveJournal before LiveJournal got sold to Russia.
Yeah, see, I wasn't around LiveJournal, so it's it's just different enough from Tumblr.
Yeah.
That I'm still trying to figure out how to get around, like, the navigation.
Yeah.
Plus, there isn't a lot yet, because it's a baby.
Yeah, like, you still have to pay for an account right now. You have an account, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah,
because I supported it, so I got a free thing.
Like, you still have to pay for an account, so they don't get, like, Tumblr dying, and then you got 10 million people, like, converging on Pillowfort, and then it becomes, like, a pinboard situation where Pinboard's like, what the fuck is happening when Delicious goes down? Because that was also Yahoo's fault.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, like, a lot of... Maybe I'm just not seeing people connecting, like, Yahoo buying Delicious and fucking that up, and then Yahoo... Wait. Did Yahoo sell it to somebody else, and that's why Delicious fucked up?
I don't know.
Maybe that's what happened. Anyway, Yahoo was involved in that shit.
Mm.
And then they went and bought Tumblr and are trying to figure out how to monetize it. But the Tumblr is such, like, I can't imagine the bandwidth suck.
Oh, yeah.
Because each post generates an entirely new post when you reblog it. Mm-hmm. A Pillowfort's not like that. It's one post. And if that person, like, that posted it, deletes it, it's deleted for everybody.
Yeah,
Which, like, it's a less of a bandwidth suck. Mm-hmm. And also, that stupid thing that you said that 10 million people reblogged, now you can delete that.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's not still out in the ether. Like, that stupid picture, you can delete that shit. Mm-hmm. That picture that, like, you posted that so-and-so didn't want posted, you can delete that shit.
Yes.
So, like, that's good.
Like, the only way it could stay around is if somebody took a screenshot. But, you know, that's...
I mean, people are always going to do that.
Oh, yeah. But it won't be the same as Tumblr.
It makes it easier.
Oh, yeah.
And less of a bandwidth suck. Oh, yeah. Did I ever tell you that I was going to try to do a episode with Rachel?
No.
For NaNoWriMo?
No.
Because she, like, writes hell a lot and she always, like, makes her words. And I consistently, like, most of the time do not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're adults and busy, so we didn't get around to that.
Oh.
I'm, like, still upset about it. I was like, because I finally was like, I need to do this episode that we talked about, like, 2 months before NaNoWriMo. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, we need to do it tomorrow. And she's like, I have 2 hours. Because I'm, like, working and then going, like, traveling. And I'm like, we should do this after November.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it at some point later on. And let's just talk about generally writing. She's like, I was going to try to work you in. I have no time. And I'm like, I have been working 12-hour days. I also have no time. I don't even have time to write.
Yeah.
Which is why I only did 24,000 words instead of the 50.
Still, 24,000 words, damn.
Yeah, since I got like half the group chat into NaNoWriMo too, like, one person finished it. They actually won. I'm really proud of them. And 2 others, like, started, and they're like, we didn't, like, make anywhere close. It's like, yes, but you did more than you started with.
Yeah.
You did more than you thought you would at the start. It's like, this is already a success. And one of them English isn't their first language.
Oh, okay.
So they're, like, kind of struggling more because they have to write in English to get notoriety because they're going to do a fanfic. And they're like, you have to write it in English for anyone to actually read it.
Yeah.
With any, to get any large audience, which sucks. And so it's even harder because English isn't their first language, even though, you can't tell.
Yeah.
You can't tell. But, they speak English better than I do with the words.
Yeah, that seems a big...
what are words? What?
That's why I tell, English is a hard language, especially for a native English speaker.
Yeah. Yeah. But, but yeah, and they're I only did, 6,000. I'm that's more than you had before?
I know.
So, that's great. And I had to keep telling myself that I was I'm not going to make it. It's I have a week left. I'm not going to make another, 25,000 words.
Yeah.
And I was but this I had more than I started with.
Mm-hmm. I'll, kick you off for next year.
Yeah. I was I had more than I started with, and so that's something. But yeah, managed to end up working Vampire Den and Phil into the story. So I got some, background for that, for, the fic that I still, the second part of the fic I need to write. So I, worked out some of that vampire lore, and I'm it's not a complete loss, because I got, this crap.
Stop bumping the table.
I see the wobbles. Stop bumping the table, so help me God.
Don't scratch on the table.
Don't scratch on the table. I will put you in the bathroom.
Don't scratch in here.
She doesn't care. She gives no shits.
I know.
Not one single shit.
Yeah, she's Satan.
But yeah, at some point we're gonna do an episode just about general writing stuff.
That's cool.
Whenever we can, get each other on Skype.
Yeah, this way you can actually have, somebody on that can talk about things instead of just be sure, yes, oh, damn it, Phil.
I thought you were going to say that someone that can talk, and I was that is also true. Yeah. Someone that can talk that is not both of us.
Yeah.
Someone that knows words, because we don't.
No. An actual, legit.
A grown-up.
Yeah. So it's you do the talking, I'm just kind of uh-huh.
Seems legit. Uh-huh.
This is why I should be the person behind the glass.
Uh-huh.
And, the producer or somebody, listening to the people talking.
Yeah. Say it again. We couldn't hear it into the mic. Yeah, that. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
I'm not a talker. I'm a listener. I'm not a talker. I can't words.
I think I'm going to call this episode Inactive Ingredients.
I like that.
Someone, started when Interactive Introverts first started. Someone, tweeted and was are you going to call it Inactive Ingredients? And they're lol.
I like that.
I was that's what I'm going to call this episode. So it's been so long. I'm I'm going to release an episode on the first Sunday of every month.
Close enough.
Sure. Yeah, uh-huh, yeah. I don't think I have any recs either, just because I've been working so much. I've, done nothing.
Yeah, I don't have a fic rec. I just have a podcast rec. A few, but I guess we'll spread that out.
I mean, you can go ahead and tell your podcast recs, because I've just been, listening to all the episodes I've missed of Sailor Business.
Oh yeah!
Because I've, missed so many episodes.
I wonder if I have that in my list.
Because, I was I just need to go back and, listen to it from the start. So I'm at the episode where they had Lianne Sentar on. And I'm oh, yeah, I remember listening to this. And, I'm going to get to the point soon where I need to actually go and rewatch the actual show so I know what on earth they're talking about. Because it's been so long since I actually watched Sailor Moon.
See, I've never seen Sailor Moon. I watched 3 episodes of Sailor Moon Crystal, or whatever the newer one was. And I'm cool. Well, I don't get what's going on here. Even though it's basically kind of the same, I don't get it.
You don't have, this nostalgia.
Yeah.
For, staying up at midnight and watching it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
With it turned down really low because you were up at midnight when you shouldn't be watching television.
Yeah.
And I guess they still never had MK on. I feel I would have known if that happened.
Oh, I need to re-listen to Slash Report because it's so good. I miss them.
Miss them too. I'm listening to the Supernatural one that Prue's doing. So
yeah, Ride or Die.
Yeah, Supernatural and Waldorf.
Yeah, but it's I love them, but I miss having the whole gang. I miss the episodes where it's all of them
being weird.
Yes, or the ones just where Prue and MK watched WALL-E together or Iron Man.
We should do that one point.
It's so great.
What we should do is have for our 100th episode in 10 years, because it's going to take 10 years. It's been 84 years. We're going to sit down and watch either Tatanoff or interactive introverts. So it's gonna be like 2 hours of silence, and at the end, me crying.
And me laughing at you crying.
It'll just be like, yeah, that, and then just like.
So that's a preview.
The preview. You don't even have to go to episode 100 now. You already know what's gonna happen. That would be really funny. It'd just be like 2 hours of silence, and then me and you. That would be funny.
We should do that. But it has to be like 20th episode or 50th episode, and like first Hatna, then interactive introverts, and then if Mark ever puts out their tour thing.
Oh yeah.
Then there's that.
And then the next 5 Dan and Phil shows that they would have done since then.
Yes.
Because I guess they hate sleep now. And they just like... Dan really enjoys being on a stage. They're both freaking introverts, but Dan really enjoys being on a stage. Mm-hmm. As long as he's on a stage with Phil. He likes performing.
Yes. And
I understand, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, he would be like great on film. He should like try to be an actor. He would probably get in really easy in comparison to like a normal person. Mm-hmm. And also he's like conventionally attractive and looks like that. And sounds like that and is that.
I know, right?
And is like 10 feet tall.
But since he's British, he would be cast as the villain. Can you imagine him trying to be the villain?
That would be okay, because that would be really funny. Especially if he was good. He'd be like, I am your father. And I would like both be like ecstatic and also like face palming at the same time. Like, because it would be like, you switch the cape and it's like, I am the hacker known as Fortune. And it would be something like that. And I'd be like, don't talk, just be like that. just shut up.
Aww.
Like, I kind of want him to go into acting something like that, but I don't think that would be what he wants because there's not an audience there.
Yeah.
If Bitch could get himself into some kind of theater, I think he'd be really good if he wanted to do that, but he wouldn't be able to do it with Phil.
Yeah. Well, Phil could be in the audience and he could act at Phil.
Yeah. Unless they decided to, like, their next direction is working in, like, doing theater. If they can, like, not talk about themselves for 10 hours. If Dan could, like, come up with an idea.
Yeah.
And they could actually, like, tell a story unrelated to themselves.
Or they should do, like, from their childhood to now.
Yeah, something
the story
like
of how Dan actually convinced Phil to, be with him till this day.
Yeah. So, like...
The true story. You know how they did the true story of, like, that time in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
So that kind of true story.
They should do a theater play of that time in Vegas. From the book. Like, this is what happened that time in Vegas. And it would be really funny, especially for people that, like, they should like, market it as a completely original story.
Based on a true story.
Unrelated to themselves. Like, not even, like, with their names. It'd be like, yes, the story of what happened in Vegas. And everyone would be like, oh, wow, this is, like, getting such good reviews. This is, like, the story of what happened in Vegas. I don't understand why there's a helicopter noises in the theater. Like, it's fine. These two tall guys are, like, running around. Like, okay, sure. But this is, like, because they would do it well. Because they're them. They would figure something out. So, like, yeah, this is a really, like, interesting story. And everyone in fandom would just be like, just, like, deadpan. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Oh, I love it.
It was Louisville that they said the same thing for the mind reading. Was that the only time they said the same thing?
Yeah.
At least for our shows.
Yeah.
Because, like, they were excited. Because it was, like, Korean pop or something was the subject, or, like, Korean bands.
Yeah.
And they said BTS.
Yeah, I think that was the only time.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about how...
Well,
it's like...
Yeah.
Dan's lived with Phil long enough now. It's like, you should realize you are not going to get any kind of logical answer out of this man. So I'm, like, thinking, like, a sticky thing. A stick. That's what Phil said.
Phil said something about a steak.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was something else. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, I'm so mad that I can't remember. Oh, it was, like, types of steak. And Phil said mistake.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you've lived with him long enough. You should know. You should like be able to predict and be like, this is a stupid answer. That's probably it.
See, my mind kind of works like that. I usually get to the same conclusion as other people, but in a completely roundabout different way.
Yeah. So like I'm like, as I was watching it the first time, I'm like, okay, a sticky thing. And I'm like, what's a sticky thing? What's a sticky thing? What would they say? What do I think of as a sticky thing? And I'm like,
my brain went to honey because Dan, Winnie the Pooh.
see, like, we would fail because I was like, the slime from the old Nickelodeon. The green slime. I was like, that sticky thing. And then I'm like,
God.
that is like, because that's nothing, we would fail. We're both like dead. And then Phil said a stick.
See, not Dan and Phil related. Let's see. Well, see, my brain first went to like glue. Like Dan did. I was like, okay. Then I was like, no, it's Dan and Phil. So Dan, Winnie the Pooh, honey.
Yeah.
That's sticky.
Yeah, I like completely went like in the opposite. I'm Phil. I'm like reference from 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when Nickelodeon had the green slime situation going on. Yeah.
I remember that. That's why all these people are now into slime videos. It's not these young kids. It's the old ones. It's the older people that are like nostalgic slime.
For the slime. Shit, you just cracked the code.
So I remember that when they would get dunked in the slime.
Yeah, you just cracked the code, man.
It's because kids were traumatized and had nightmares about getting dunked in the slime. And so now, as they're older, they've had therapy and they have to do slime videos as like kind of like therapy to get over that fear.
You solved it. You've solved it. Do you have any podcast recs?
Yes. Any podcasts by Mahnke. Yes. So, Lore is awesome. It's also a TV series and books that I still need to get the last book. There is Unobscured, which right now it's still in the first season.
It's the Salem Witch Trials.
Yeah, it's Salem Witch Trials. Every season is going to be a different thing he's going to go through. And it's fascinating. Because you've heard different things about Salem Witch Trials, this or that. But he's going like
in depth, isn't he?
Yeah, in depth. And it's, okay, well, these people were accused. And it's like, okay, and then he like kind of, not veer off, but like jump to a different set of people and talk about their history. And then it merges back in like to that first set. And you're like, oh, well, that's this or that. And it's fascinating. I can't explain it. Just go listen to it.
Yeah, it seemed like I tried to listen to the first episode and I was like, I'm kind of sad right now, so I don't want to listen to anything that might be sad.
Yeah.
But, which is why I like went through all of Productivity Alchemy, because that's just Kevin being himself and Guess being weird and Ursula being weird and herself. So, good times.
And then his third podcast that he has out right now, I'm sure there will be many more podcasts he's going to do.
Oh, yeah. But you can't stop this man.
I know. His third one is Cabinet of Curiosities, which they're short, and they're about a bunch of different random things, and they're really cool.
It's like bite-sized lore.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that was
I just learned about Robert Louis Stevenson. About Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, I listened to that episode. Yeah, that was really cool. I'm like, oh, because you've heard like names of people and stuff, but you haven't. It's like, I know the name. I don't know anything about it. I just like know it in a general like context overall.
Exactly.
So
and
really
so
cool.
These are really cool because I've learned the history of different things. Because I like history, just not the history you get taught in school because that's boring and it's all about old white men that you don't care about.
Exactly.
And all these wars. That's why I liked Hamilton.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, it's fascinating now, and you actually remember it.
Yeah. It puts the old white men history in, like, a modern context and makes it interesting.
Yeah.
And really, this is why, like,
it puts it through a Tumblr filter.
It puts it through a Tumblr filter. It should be, like, rip Tumblr.
I know. Puts it through a pillowfort.
Pillowfort filter. But like it puts it, if history now was put into song, I would have paid a lot more attention.
Yes. And I hope later on they will do more.
Put it into song?
Yes.
Huh.
So
really, history teachers should be required to know how to sing and sing the history and make sure it rhymes so that people actually remember it.
they should hire people who are older and retired from doing like Broadway musicals to teach history.
So what I'm hearing is that Lin-Manuel Miranda needs to become a history teacher and raise the next generation of history teachers.
That'd be great.
It would be great. I approve of this alternate universe when things are not fucked up.
Yes. When Chris Evans is
actually,
president.
Oh, president and actually Captain America, yes.
Yes. And Captain America is president.
That would be nice.
Oh.
That'd be nice.
I liked those foods.
I did too.
And Tony was like his first husband.
Yes. Oh, I need to reread that. Yeah. That was Copperbadge, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that was Copperbadge. Of course it was.
Because there was ones where Tony was running for president and Cap was running for president, even though they were married. So either way, but Cap ended up winning.
Okay, this is a different one. Copperbadge wrote the one where, it was, started out as a joke. Oh, no, this was the Clint Barton for president.
Oh, yeah,
I'm thinking of that one.
That one was great.
Because Steve was like, well, he's going to be the vice president, and then he comes back from, whatever mission he's been on for, 6 months, and is like, I'm the what now? This is a thing that has happened. An election happened while I was gone, and I am now vice president. I'm what now?
So basically, Phil would be vice president, and Clint is just the face.
Yeah. Seems legit. I need to stop this so that I can play Detroit Become Human very badly.
Yes, and I need to go watch Mark get dumped in ice again. Go watch it. It's so great. Oh, I love it. Oh, by the time, if you've actually ever listened to this episode, I'm sure you've already seen it. So it's fine. But go watch it again.
I'll watch that, then play Detroit Become Human. I had Connor failed his mission immediately. Because I'm I'm going to do, slightly different options, because I've watched Jack play it, so I know what options Jack chose. For the most part, don't really remember. But I know what the outcome should be. And Connor was like, okay. I'm like, okay, Connor's at 98%, gonna pass this mission. This is great. And then I hit the wrong thing, because I haven't memorized the buttons. So I'm in the dark, because immersion.
Oh.
And so I don't have the option to, look down at the buttons, and I'm like, okay. I know what button I should press. I should press the square. Okay. Press O. And then it's 67%, and I'm like, fuck. And then there goes the child over the building down to their death, and I'm just like, but I saved the fish. I'm like,
at least you saved the fish. That's fine.
And then later on, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fail this one. Connor is not gonna have the android self-destruct. We're going to finish this. Connor got shot and the android self-destructed. I'm just like, oh. I'm like, this is the first playthrough. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm glad I chose expert mode. Like a chump.
Yeah.
Because, I'm a moron, first of all. I'm a dumbass. And I'm not familiar enough with the PlayStation controls. Mm-hmm. So it's turn the thing this way. And I'm turning it. And I'm like, it's not doing anything because I'm not turning it correctly. And so I had to figure out how to because I'm chunk and it's not turning. So slowly turn it this way. And it took me 5 minutes to open a goddamn window in Kara's thing in the kids' room because I'm
oh, yeah.
I don't understand the thing I'm being shown on the screen to do. And nothing I do on the controller is working. I'm I feel so dumb. I know it's so easy, but I feel so dumb. I feel like such an old. I'm let me play with my grandson's Xbox. Granny, that's a PlayStation. Is an Xbox for me. What's the controller, Sonny? That's what I feel like. I'm so dumb.
Like a normal grandma. Unlike, what is her name? It's Shirley something, the grandma YouTuber. She,
yeah.
She's playing,
yeah.
Oh,
I think I actually subscribe to her. I don't really watch her stuff.
I'm subscribed to her, obviously.
But
I need to watch more of her stuff. It's so good. She's so sweet.
But that's what Dan and Phil are. That's what Phil's gonna be when he's old. Still on YouTube playing games.
Yeah.
While Dan's out running with the kids because he's a youth.
Yeah.
Phil's gonna be on the couch under a blanket with his laptop being let's stream a retro game, Fortnite 76.
Shirley Curry. She has 434,000 subscribers.
She's got this. Get it, Grandma. That's great.
So much. 806
that's
videos.
That's enough videos. She's set with the monetization.
I know. Damn. see, what has she played?
But it's like, I feel so dumb. I had to watch Kara get her ass beat by Todd because I couldn't figure out the damn controls like fast enough because I still have like that split second of when like trying to remember which button to hit.
Oh.
So like, I watched her get her ass beat because I couldn't hit it in time for her to fight back, and I was so mad. They escaped, but I'm like, I feel like, but they escaped, but she was like kind of beat up, and I'm like, this is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life because I couldn't like save Kara.
Oh.
I'm like so mad, and now like I'm so scared, and now I'm at Marcus's part, and I'm like. Marcus is gonna die, and I don't know how, because he's already been, like, shot by the police.
Yeah.
Because now I know what I need to hit to see if I can get the one where he doesn't get shot by the police and doesn't get mistaken for the attacker. But, like, I'm like, this is gonna be rough when, like, I'm having to hit stuff and, like, Connor chasing people and everything.
Yes.
Like, I'm not friends with Hank. Because I'm, like, making the wrong choices, and I'm making the wrong choices in-game and in my life. Like, this is unacceptable. I'm like, I'm so mad. I'm gonna go back to playing, like, No Man's Sky and just play
Tetris.
Like, die in space. It's like, for fuck's sake, I'm so mad.
I want to play it so much.
What, No Man's Sky or Detroit?
No, Detroit Become Human. I want to play that. There's so many games.
Shit, you can play. Like take over in my save and like
play it better. No, you've messed up. I need to start from the beginning, Kat. No.
Like once I'm done, like probably murdering everybody.
Yeah.
Kara's probably gonna end up getting shot and like in Jericho or some shit.
You'll find a secret ending that nobody else has gotten just because
like,
you've played.
The worst ending possible. No one has gotten this ending except you, and it'll be like, oh jeez. Like, yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Do you have any parting words before I stop this?
No. Drink some coffee. You deserve it.
Coffee. You do deserve it. Have some cake.
Yes.
Have some cake. Wear a sweater.
Hug a plushie. Something.
Yeah, hug a plushie. Don't hug the cat.
No.
Don't hug the cat.
You can reach us at #fandom on Twitter and #fandomlifepodcast on Tumblr with the hashtag spelled out. It's not just a hashtag. Or email us at #fandomlife@gmail.com. We'll see you around the internet.
For fuck's sake. There, Jesus Christ, my God. Lord have mercy. Oh my gosh.
Now that computer crisis is over, it's...
Ugh! I'm just gonna cut all this out. Anyway.